Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Bazak. Come to help the Muslims see for themselves and leave Islam and keep away from Islam. Oh, so I'm not feeling too well. Sorry about this, but I thought of coming here since my mind is working overtime, even during the headache. I've taken a painkiller, and it's surprising what I do to myself, not getting enough rest because my mind, even though it hurts me, thinking like this, the thinking doesn't stop. So I've had a terrible headache again, like yesterday. Please bear with me. So, not feeling well, doing this, I should have rested. I don't know why I don't give myself enough rest. Although rest doesn't come, but you know what I mean. Just, uh, just rest, just being lying there, just bedridden. Although most of the times, so rest doesn't come. I don't know how to say this. Sorry, and also sharing the pain I'm going through. I apologize. For some people, it would be difficult to take again and again. Okay, so now the topic is Islam promotes Zulm against those who have a different belief. I showed you through the Quran ayats long time ago in Surah Tawbah, Surah Azab, Surah Anfal, Surah Hashar, and the rest of the ayats that say, be peaceful to those who do not fight you. Do not fight them if they offer you peace. But then I showed you how deceiving those ayats were, and that finally the Baltis had to leave. And they were not the ones who broke the treaty, but it seemed like his Prophet Muhammad and his followers were the ones who were breaking treaties, historically seeing it through the Umayyad side and all this. There was aggression. And also against the polytheists, I showed you Surah Mumtahana ayats, where the hatred, who started the hatred and all against polytheists. And then you're told that this is the true Allah, so believe in it. Or, Surah Araf ayat, to put it precisely, those who lie, who don't know about Allah and they say things about Allah they don't know. So I was trying to show you how, other beliefs, like polytheism, is not wrong. So it was a hard task. Like, for example, showing you the ayat, which is not there in the Ismaili Quran. Maybe not there, I'm not sure. But some of the ayats in Surah Tawbah, which are not there, like they broke the treaty and get them out of Makkah. And if you find them in Makkah after that period given to them, the polytheists, then kill them wherever you find them. Sit in ambush for them. So that ayat in Surah Tawbah is not in the Ismaili Quran, but it's in, but the other ayat, the Surah Azab ayat against the Madinans who spread rumors, hypocrites and all that, the ones who have a heart disease in their hearts, Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61 is in the Ismaili Quran. Now, before blaming the Ismailis or something, I don't know what you could conjure up, your mind can, you see those ayats from the Umayyad side. I feel the Umayyads, polytheists, were better and true. That means Abu Bakr was the Umayyad polytheist, things like that, right? The Sahabas, so called, of Prophet Muhammad. That means polytheists were trying to tell us something, that this Prophet Muhammad was the one who was in the wrong, and Imam Ali too. Whereas the Ismailis have taken, and the Shia 12 verse, Imam Ali as being the first Imam and, the great, true, with the Quran and all this, right? So I wanted to show you how the Imams have erased, taken away all those ayats that could be, but some are kept in the Ismaili Quran. We find Imam Ali's, if that is the true Imam Ali's Quran. Prophet Muhammad's Quran, true Quran given to Imam Ali. So I'm going to show you, like, okay, there are some ayats that are not there in the Ismaili Quran, which are like in Surah Tawbah, but you know how I find out that these Imams did what they did to tried, but they failed at times. That they are, Islam is a false religion, and Prophet Muhammad was a dictator, false prophet, and the Zulm was done on polytheists and the Jews of Yathrib of that time, or Arabia even, and the Christians. Although not so much against the Christians, but there is a ayat that says, "Do not make friends with these Ahl Kitab." And I haven't checked right now. This is the first introduction. So taking the Ismaili Quran, which they think they have, the true one through Prophet Muhammad, given to Imam Ali, and thereafter to the Imams, rest of the Imams, true Imams, chosen Imams by God. Now, I also have to show you through the Ismaili that Ismaili Islam, that this is still an Islam, this Islam promotes zulm against those who have a different belief. Okay, so this is my aim. So let's see now, where shall I start? Okay, let me start with this. What shall I show you now? God. So I found an ayat in the Ismaili Quran, right? And I've shown you through the Sunni and the 12 Shias have taken it from this Quran, Umayyad Quran, Sunni Quran. So they take it from there. But the Ismailis have taken it, they think, from Prophet Muhammad, and the true Quran is with them, right? So Ismaili Quran has Surah Tawbah ayat also. Oh, I should start with Surah Mumtahana, but anyways, let me see. Where's Surah Mumtahana? So this, okay. Instead of starting from Surah Tawbah ayats, which is have, which ayats the Ismailis have, let me show you Surah Mumtahana ayat. Here also, look at this. Never will your relatives or your children benefit you. And then the Imams who pray, the men who pray, who become Imams, that, oh God, make our spouses and our children joy to our hearts, or our eyes. What is this? The other ayat. It's a contradiction, right? But here God says in Surah Mumtahana, 60th chapter of the Quran, third ayat, never will your relatives or your children benefit you. Never. Really? Never. Okay. But now we're going to the fourth ayat. There has already been for you an excellent pattern in Abraham and those with him when they said to their people, indeed, we are disassociated from you and from whatever you worship other than Allah. We have denied you, and there has appeared between us and you animosity and hatred forever until you believe in Allah alone. Except for the saying of Abraham to his father, I will surely ask forgiveness for you, but I have not for you anything against Allah. Power to do for you anything against Allah. Our Lord, upon you we have relied, and to you we have returned, and to you is the destination. I can't believe I'm doing this right now with the evil force and so much negative pain. But anyways, so in Surah Mumtahana, trying to find Ismaili Quran, Surah Mumtahana, and share this. So it's in the Sunni and the, but some of the ayats of in the Sunni Quran or Shia, 12 Shia Quran, same, it's the same, are not in the Ismaili Quran. But this ayat is there. Excellent pattern, right? Surah Mumtahana ayat 4 is there in the Ismaili Quran. The Kaaba is the esoteric sign symbol. I'm not going to read all this because my eyes would also start hurting. I have to give my head and myself a break here. But what I can do is just point out these things and then these ayahs which are there. And then later on, when I'm better, I'll come back. For now, just guidelines, or what do you call that? Uh, Point form. Okay, not in detail. And about freedom of speech, which I don't think is there in Islam, because it's such an indoctrination. Yeah. So in freedom of speech, you don't go attacking personally people and all this, but you attack the ideology. Like, you can talk about the ideology and the leader of that ideology or the founder of that ideology. And also, I think you can attack and offend. If by doing that you offend, this is part of freedom of speech, where you offend the followers of that ideology, then uh, that's not wrong, right? Because these dictators and these founders of these such ideologies can curb, they've curbed your rights or something. So you can talk about that. Freedom of speech gives you that right, but Islam doesn't. Seems it's an indoctrination. Like, you can't criticize this religion, whereas you see that this Islam has criticized polytheism and Christianity, Son of God, and Judaism, Jews a lot, like what they believe in. And then it says that Abraham was a Muslim, right? On one hand, this. And so how it's targeted the polytheists through the idols and shirk, uh, having partners with Allah or creating idols equal to Allah. So I showed you all that through Surah Takwir, that that Rasul Kareem, with the possessor of power, even has an attribute of Allah with the owner of the throne. Surah Takwir, ayat 19 to 20. So it was a very difficult task to show you, like, and there were Muslims came here telling me, some Muslims, that no, that they broke the treaty, the polytheists. But it's not only that. I showed you in Surah Tawbah ayat, through the other Quran, not the Ismaili Quran, that, how much, like, the polytheists are najas, and so it got targeted the politics in that way, telling you that they don't even respect ties of kinship and the treaties and being peaceful. But I think what Muhammad did was start from here, and the reason why they exiled Prophet Muhammad from Makkah is because he was going against their idols and their beliefs, the polytheists' beliefs. And this is where it starts, Surah Mumtahana, ayat 4, which the Ismaili Quran also has. So the hatred didn't start. So you see how cleverly it doesn't start with the polytheists against the true belief. Like polytheists allowed Jews to perhaps take a Yathrib and stay there, and allow the Christians to practice their religion wherever they want to, and even bring perhaps Bibi Maryam Catholics. They have the idol, or they have the statue, holy statue, how do you call it, with the respect of Jesus's mother. All that was there. Polytheists had allowed this. I think it shows that Muhammad, but to extract evidence out of all this was difficult for me, and to show you that this one is wrong. You would say that the polytheists broke treaties and all this, but I was showing you that no, that's what on the face value it says. But even then, in Surah Tawbah, you have another ayat which says, even those who haven't broken the treaty, kill them if they don't leave Kaaba, if they don't leave Makkah, right? So this also. So how it went, using one Allah, went against polytheists and showed you against polytheists unjustly. I was taking, remember the time when I was taking each and every ayat that you would say is, no, Islam is peaceful, because here it says, if they don't fight you, don't fight them. If they don't attack you, don't attack them. If they offer you peace, offer them peace. Things like that. But then, like, for example, Surah Tawbah ayat. So this Surah Mumtahana, I'm not going to read out, but just show you, I've read it out in the other ayat, I think, right, in from Quran.com. So please please bear with, please cooperate, and please understand. I've done these things in detail. Now, just to help the Ismailis also, and overall, now tell you, I don't have to give you every piece of evidence and go in detail here. I may later on again do the same thing, but taking the Ismaili Quran along. Now, Ismaili Quran, I don't know if it has, have you made the providing? Surah Tawbah at 19 says, have you made the providing of water for the pilgrim and maintenance of Al-Masjid Al-Haram equal to the one who believes in Allah and last day and strives in the cause of Allah? So the polytheists had a good deed here. Although in another ayat we're told they're whistling and clapping was their ritual, and they went and in a hadith or some history, Islamic history, that that's why Rasulullah didn't go to that pilgrimage, didn't go for pilgrimage, because he said, oh, they're naked, they go naked around the Kaaba. But that's not in the ayat in the Quran. But whistling and clapping against the polytheists. So all these unjust ayats against polytheists, and Worth mentioning here is the Ismailis have Surah Azab, ayat 60 to 61 too, right? If I haven't mentioned that earlier on in this live stream. So, yeah, I did mention it, right? So that, and Surah Hashar ayat 2, breaking of houses. Ismaili Quran has that. And this, then you overall, like you see, then, right? After going into detail, showing you everything that you said is, Islam is peaceful, doesn't do this, doesn't do that. Coming out, then overall, speaking about it, taking the Ismaili Quran along. So have you made the providing of water? Let me just check the Ismaili Quran on this, Surah 9, Ayat 19, which I was about to. I think I forgot so many ayats I've opened up and here. 19, yeah. Surah 19 is not there, okay? That the parties were giving water and that's not equal. What do you think Prophet Muhammad and the Imams must have done thereafter? They were thinking, oh, Mazlum are Mazlum, oppressed Imams and Ahl al-Bayt of Prophet Muhammad's progeny. I think they, tried to, whereas the Ismailis would say, no, no. Ismaili Imam would say, no. The Umayyads were the ones who tried to show this religion. They were the hypocrites. And you know what the hypocrites do? Show this religion to be false and all this and that aggressive they were. And so, it's like back and forth. It's like blaming the Umayyads and the Sunnis have also taken some of the Umayyad caliphs as rightful caliphs. Oh God, in the works, right? I wish I could explain this properly and show you, not explain, but through proof that I've been trying to do. But now overall show you. Okay, so we'll go to Surah. What is Surah? I'll just, Surah 9, Ayat 18. You see, they skipped 19, but they still have the Ismaili Quran, which is claimed to be the true Quran given to given to Imam Ali thereafter by Prophet Muhammad. The mosques of Allah are only to be maintained by those who believe in Allah and the last day and establish. This is where I can catch the Ismaili and, and Imam Ali and the Imams thereafter. Thus, Prophet Muhammad. So after all, they have this ayat. The mosques of Allah are only to be maintained by those who believe in Allah and the last day and establish prayer and give zakah and do not fear. Although they also have that ayat, the third one of Surah Tawbah, right? So it's showing. What is it showing? The ayats. This religion will not tolerate. I mean, using Allah, saying the true Allah does not tolerate his mosques being maintained by those who do not believe in Allah. And who are they at that time? The polytheists were they, who were even in the Sunni Quran when it says giving water to the pilgrims. It's not equal to believing in Allah and the last day and fighting in the cause of Allah, right? Or leaving your, what was it? So this leaving, let me just, and Surah Mumtahana is there too. And strives, yeah, in the cause of Allah. Surah 9, ayat 19, although it's not there in the Ismaili Quran, Surah 9, ayat 18 is there. The mosques of Allah can only be maintained by those who believe in Allah, and etc. Get it? And Surah Mumtahana, I showed you, is so the first. Where did the hatred come from? Against the polytheists, idol worshippers. And you will, and you've been told to say that Surah Azab ayat also. Sorry, no, Surah Araf, ayat 33, I think. God only forbids you indecencies, but there are times when they say pass by indecent words or something with saying peace and all this. Anyhow, so this ayat also says they, that you say about Allah that which you do not know, you also for which He has sent down no authority. Associating with Allah, I showed you this ayat, and I showed you the one associated with Allah in Surah Takwir, Rasul Kareem. But most important for this also is this part, that you say about Allah that which you do not know. Polytheists, they believed in the forefathers, what their forefathers were saying, and all that. So they were saying things about Allah which they did not know, but they took it from blindly through their forefathers and worshipped idols. It does not tolerate such things, right? I mean, I can show you the Christian against those who Christians who changed their religion and made Isa son of God or God. Surah Maryam ayats also, but not right now. So the mosques, Surah 9 ayat 18 is in Ismaili Quran, then Surah 9 ayat 12 says, if they break their oaths after the treaty and defame your religion, then fight the leaders of disbelief, for indeed there are no oaths sacred to them. Fight them that they might cease, stop. So this is, you would say, it's difficult to show you. Defame your religion, break their oaths, you would say they were fighting. But through the Sunni history, I found Umayyad history, that Prophet Muhammad was attacking their caravans when he was in Yathrib. So if the polytheists broke their oaths and exiled him, and the Sunnis accept that and give a reason why he was doing it, justifying it. So there's what has started now. Oh, okay. Is it Friday today? Oh, yeah. So I have to go now. I guess something has started here. I didn't know it was Friday. And I will come back later to finish this. So you can see that through these few ayahs where hatred has started, Surah Mumtahan ayat 4, which is in the Ismaili Quran, okay? And that it is zulm against those who have a different belief. It won't accept it. And the way it's made you indoctrinated this hatred against intolerance against other beliefs, saying that they're lying. We are the ones who are the bearers of truth. First, foremost, Prophet Muhammad. So, um, that's not right. And why isn't it right? You say this is the true Allah, and the others are lying against this true Allah. Okay. But, the zulm against those who have a different belief. Do you think that is right? Even though you think their belief is false. So how it's made you hate them and intolerance towards them is something. Okay, if you so seeing the Sunni position, the Shia position, the Ismaili position, but the Imam, His Highness Aga Khan, the Ismaili Imam, he says pluralism now, and I disagree that Islam ever taught pluralism because it's a false God they believe in, and they put false things in God. Then that's wrong, right? So, anyways, I have to go now. I'll come back later. Thank you so much. Uh, Sorry about this. I didn't realize it was a Friday here. So, thank you. I'll come back later.